Campbell's is in some hot water. You might have heard that last week the CEO of Campbell's, that's right, as in Campbell's chicken noodle soup, was caught on a hot mic saying some pretty disgusting things. He was saying that Campbell's soup is for poor people and that it's full of processed bioengineered meats. And at one point he even said that the meat was 3D printed. Now, first of all, that's disgusting. And I'm not even talking about the quality of meat. I'm talking about the comment that something like canned soup, which is one of the few foods left that are relatively inexpensive and accessible to most people, therefore makes it poor people food. And for some reason, people with low income are somehow not worthy of good, healthy nutrition. I find that stance on nutrition absolutely disgusting. Now, I will say that Campbell's did fire that CEO because of those comments. But now let's get into the actual quality of something like a Campbell's chicken noodle soup. So first of all, no. The chicken in Campbell's chicken noodle soup, unless something is going on at the Campbell's factory that is just completely against USDA guidelines is going on behind the scenes, no. They do use real chicken for their soups. There's nothing bioengineered and there's nothing 3D printed. I don't even think you can 3D print food happening at Campbell's. And Campbell's did make a statement saying as such. Now, what I will say is that the meat in something like a chicken noodle soup is highly processed. Yes, they are using real chickens. However, think of hot dogs or chicken nuggets. What you're getting in that product is a highly processed version of that animal. So it's not like Campbell's chicken noodle soup is using 100% lean chicken breast. It is using what is likely just sort of a ground combination of various parts of the chicken, similar to what you would expect to find in like a chicken nugget or a hot dog. So is it the highest quality meat possible? No. For anybody who's looking to make meals on a budget, or for somebody who's looking for time convenience, or maybe both, that's why I love recommending homemade soups, particularly ones that are higher in protein and fiber. You can make these often in a crock pot, so you can just put it on before you go to work one day and come home and have a week's worth of soup. It's a ton of quantity, higher quality than what you will find in the grocery store, typically lower sodium and higher fiber, and it's going to be cost effective. So if you are budget conscious, you do not have to eat low quality food. In fact, you can absolutely make the highest quality meals on a budget. I'll link some of my favorite recipes below. And what I personally like to do is get something like a pre-made rotisserie chicken or a couple of chicken breasts that I'll go ahead and bake up, chop that up and add it to all of these recipes as I get a single serving out of the crock pot. And you don't even need a crock pot for these meals. You can also make these stovetop. I love making soups that have beans and or lentils in them so that they're going to be high fiber, high in quality carbohydrates, and these are going to be higher protein than something like a noodle. There are so many options when you make your soup at home, and you can control the quality. You'll know exactly what part of the chicken is going in your homemade soup. Let me know if you have any other questions of any other nutrition controversies that you see in the media.